you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Okay. So my name is Ashay, and of course I live in India. And yeah, it was only recently, like last year, that I found that I have ADHD. So I was 20 years old. Now I'm 21. I was just searching on internet, what's wrong with me, why I'm like this. And the answers, I figured it out. I got officially diagnosed, and of course I take medication, Atmoxetin. Uh, so, and believe me, life has been great since then. I mean, there are so many things now that I can do properly. Before that, I was such a clumsy person. I was like nobody trusted me with any responsibilities. Okay,
Mm.
and and I did not trust myself with any responsibilities. And thanks to that, and I think not many people figure out the right dosage. I think a lot of people do it wrong. Luckily, I have figured out the right dosage for myself, and it has done wonders for me, honestly.
Great. What are you
So
taking?
I take Atmoxetin. Uh, it's a Atmoxetin 25 mg, but I cut it half because 25 mg is quite too much for me. So I take 12.5 mg at one time. Okay, the name of the medication is Accepta 25. And it is the chemical compound which it is atmoxetin.
What made you think that you had ADHD in the first place?
Okay, so a year back I was very depressed. I was like screwing everything in my life, my grades, my uh, and I just okay, so when I was this just the fact that I could never pay attention to anything more than 2 seconds. I would look at other people and they would single-mindedly be looking at the teacher or listening to what she's saying, and I just couldn't. It felt like a lifetime. Those are if I try to focus more than try to focus.
Mm.
It used to be very overwhelming for me, and just the distractions and so whenever I used to in any some practicals, they used to, I'm an engineering student, so there used to be a lot of practicals, and teacher used to be speaking, explaining things, and I know that I just cannot recall the last thing she said. It's just
Yeah.
things that she said 2 seconds before, and because I'm never paying attention, and people also notice that a lot in me, like growing up I was famous for like being absent-minded kid. Okay, like
Mm.
always absent-minded, never paying attention, and I'm always forgetting. I'm always missing my keys. Same things, like I think every ADHD person experiences these things. And yes, nobody ever, like in my family, nobody ever trusted me with okay, keep this, take care of this, make sure it is there when we return. Like, you know,
Yeah.
take care of something. They never did because they knew that I will screw it up, I will forget, or I will like that. And I had lost many things in my life. Okay, like in
Mm.
school, I used to lose so many things at in my compass box. I used to lose my compass box all at once, and everything in it would get lost all at once. So I started. I ditched the compass box. I would just put my whole of my stuff into the bag like that only, and then if I need a pen, I'll take it out. So even if I lose that pen at once, I will only lose that pen. I won't lose whole of my other stuff.
Mm.
Things like that. Uh, that made me think that yes, I have ADHD.
So, would you say you're inattentive or hyperactive, or a bit of
Uh,
both?
both,
Both. Yeah.
both.
What's it like in India with ADHD? Is it kind of, do people believe it's real, or is it accepted?
Like, no, in India, people don't even know about ADHD.
Right.
They don't know something like that exists.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think people in cities might know it. People who are especially aware about such things. Not many people are aware about it. in general, nobody knows what ADHD is. Like when I told my friends or my family about it, they were like, "What are you talking about? Is this a joke? Just try hard, like pay more attention. Don't complain. Don't. You're just giving excuses for your failures. You're not trying hard."
Yeah.
And they
Everyone
don't
says
know
that.
what ADHD is. They don't know what ADHD is. Like I think I consume a lot of Western media and shows, basically shows and lot of stuff. So on YouTube also. So I think there is a substantial awareness in Western world, at least in America and UK. I think a lot of people know about it.
Yeah.
Uh, lot of people do know about it. Yeah? I mean, I show the ADHD people are depicted in some shows also. So I I see people talking about Adderall and Ritalin everywhere in American shows, and in India nobody knows that. Nobody. Like,
Well, you've managed to get diagnosed, so that says something. They must have some kind of awareness of it. Was it difficult to get diagnosed?
uh, kind of. I did not tell my parents first. I went to the doctor myself. Like my parents were out of town, so they're out of town. I have freedom. I went to the doctor and I got diagnosed. I just told her that this is how I am. I had researched a lot about ADHD by then. Okay, a lot.
Right.
So I just went to a doctor and just I told her, uh, I think I have ADHD and I'm 99.99% sure that I have ADHD. I just needed 1% confirmation from you.
Yeah.
So that's what I said, because I was like, I know I have this. I just need your official diagnosis so that it doesn't feel that I'm not making a fashion statement or something. Yeah, I have ADHD. So that happened. It was not hard. Like I did not tell anyone. And even now, honestly, like not everybody knows about ADHD, so I don't tell it to everyone. Only my brothers know it. My cousin, my cousin knows it. My friends know it. My best friends know it. That's it. And I told my parents, but they were not willing to. They didn't say. They didn't quite fully accept it. They're like, we don't think it's true or anything.
Yeah.
But then I was like, it's okay. If I can take care of it myself, I don't need people to acknowledge it. If I'm like, I take medication now, I can handle. If I can handle my stuff, then I don't need people to understand that acknowledge. Okay, this guy has ADHD, so I'm okay with not everybody acknowledging it. Acknowledging it. My friends know it. My closest cousins know it, and that's it.
Do you feel it's difficult to talk about it? Are you ashamed at all?
I'm not ashamed. Honestly, I'm not. Like, if somebody asks me about it, I would playfully tell them that, I have this and this is how it is. But most people don't understand it. They don't comprehend it. They would give me a weird look. So I don't tell everybody. But whenever I see someone is interested, or feel that there is this personality who is willing to understand, I might tell him. Yeah.
But you haven't noticed anyone like that in your family as well, have you? Who you think
Uh,
they might have ADHD?
he, I not in uh, no, not many people. Like I thought my mother could have it, but she is still way more organized and way more. I at first I thought maybe my mother has it because she used to be a little jittery. I mean, she has a lot of energy, but she is not inattentive.
Hmm.
She can focus. She can get her stuff done. She might be, yeah, but she probably doesn't have it because she's very happy. ADHD people, like their lives are so screwed up. Most ADHD people are not happy. My mother is very happy with her life in general. So I don't. The one person that I thought probably doesn't have it. I mean, I have some uncles who have fucked up lives. Like who just screwed up their lives. Didn't do anything productive in their life.
Yeah.
My father's cousin is such person. My father's cousin. Okay, so he's some guy who has screwed up his life, hasn't done anything good or productive. So I don't know. They might, but
Yeah, it's quite hard to
so
tell because it can be quite subtle in some people,
yes,
especially if they've developed good habits.
coping.
Yeah, things like good coping habits, things like that. It could be pretty subtle in some people. So how do you feel the medication is it changed your life at all?
Yes, I mean, I can focus now. I can organize my stuff. I can execute. I can get up from my bed.
Mm.
Like I can get myself to study. So, and one of the major other things, like I'm not bored that much. Like people with, like before uh, my diagnosis, I was the most bored person in the world. Like I would get bored so easily, and
Yeah.
I was just not interested in anything because everything seemed so boring and just irritating. And of course, that's probably because of the lack of dopamine.
Yeah.
And ADHD does take care of that. I have substantially become happier. I have become more responsible. My parents, my family does trust me now with responsibilities. I mean, they kind of notice the new Ashay. Like, my name is Ashay. I hope you remember.
Ha.
So yes,
Nice.
so
Good.
they notice the new Ashay. So they are not like, yeah, we can trust him with responsibilities now. He feels like a grown up. Uh, he's
That's
a
good.
grown up now. I can, and those are things. I still screw up a lot of things, but not as much as I used to. Like, and I have, because yes, before that, before my diagnosis, I had lost all my confidence. My self-esteem was very low. My anxieties were sky high, and I had basically lost my all confidence because I have screwed up so many things. Like you doubt. I used to doubt myself so much. My abilities, my skills, any communication skills were bad, very bad. My communication skills were like, I did not know how to make friends. I
Yeah.
had I had some friends that just grew up with, we just became friends. But if like I am to make new connections, if I am to meet new people, I don't know how to do it. I am a big screw up, and people think I'm weird. Like because I'm not like, they would enjoy a minute or two with me, but then because I'm not such responsible person, they would not. Nobody wants to be with someone so irresponsible, right? Like, and I did not trust myself, and I think that also made a lot of it caused me a problem, because if I'm having anxieties, if I'm not confident in myself, then it is gonna affect my communication skills. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, those things. Of course, after my diagnosis, have thanks to medication, many of those things have gotten taken care of. Lot of, like, my confidence has substantially increased. I can make friends. I can keep a conversation going on. I can engage someone in a conversation. That is,
Mm.
I
So you're
mean,
doing quite well
I'm
now.
really happy with. Yes, I mean, there are a lot of things. Like, for example, I failed my engineering exams. So like, I'm currently going through a drop year. Like, it's a gap year, because you failed exams. Now you have to clear all your exams, then you get an admission in your next year. So
Yeah.
I'm currently going through a gap year, and of course, thanks to coronavirus, we are all in our homes, lockdown.
Mm. How are you? Are you
And
coping? Are you bored out of your mind? Keeping busy?
kind of, yeah, I'm reading books right now. I'm reading books. I'm watching The Office, the
Oh,
US
great.
Office.
I
Yeah,
prefer the
and
British, but
I actually, the US one came first to me. I think that's why I continued with it.
yeah, they're both good.
That I'm reading books. I'm enjoying. I'm working out at home. I don't look very buffed or anything, but I do work out now. I had started gymming, but and I went there for 3 months, and thanks to coronavirus, we are off. So now I have to do it at home because it is
Yeah,
lockdown.
same.
So that's how my life is going right now. But
Good.
like, there's one thing though, like, because I was currently going through a gap year and I have to clear more my exams, so I usually would be at home. I haven't gotten the opportunity to prove myself that much. That, yeah, if opportunity comes, I will, and I have, in many instances, I have performed very well. I have impressed people. Back then, I used to disappoint everyone. So now that's a big change.
Mm.
So I have quite impressed myself also with many things that I did, and but now I'm looking for real opportunities where I can prove myself. Once the college starts again, and then once my all subjects are cleared, I'm just waiting for those opportunities to prove myself again and get in the game. I was saying I had started dancing, but then I quit because I could not manage my time.
Is your sleep okay? Diet and all that?
Sleep, sleep. Yes, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm all day at home now, and so yes, I get proper sleep.
Good.
I make sure that I sleep at least 7 or 8 hours. I make sure that
Yeah.
sure of it. Yeah, I sleep very well, and I hope I make sure that nobody disturbs me. I try to go to bed early, but that quite doesn't happen. Like
Yeah.
like I feel that I should go to bed at least till 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. But sometimes I will stretch it to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, 2 3 a.m. I'm awake till that, and then of course then I wake up late, and then my mother just then my mother would wake me up with know water, like she just pours water on my face, and that's how I wake up sometimes. So yeah, yeah, sleep is something that we have to manage as ADHD people, because
Absolutely.
I have seen I saw this one TED talk on this guy did on ADHD, and this guy quit his medication because he I don't know. Of course, medication made him feel very, zombie like. He could, his personality changed. He could not enjoy everything, and something like that. But I feel that a lot of people in the world have not kind of figured out their dosage. Doctors also don't know the right dosage so uh, because such less number of people around the world have it, that they don't have the practice. Okay, so even my doctor suggested me 25 mg, and when I was first, she started with 10 mg, then 18 mg, and then 25, and she told me that 10 mg is very less for you, and for your weight. You are supposed to take more than it. Then she gave me 18 mg. Then she gave me 25 mg. And she was like, "Are you okay with it?" And I was like, I felt the same thing. Okay, I felt like zombie. Like sometimes
Mm.
my head would get very heavy. I would feel very heavy headed, and I could not necessarily enjoy, and my personality would change. So I did not tell my doctor, my psychiatrist, she's psychiatrist. So I did not tell her that I'm lowering my doses on my own.
Right.
So I told you, like, I cut my medication in half, and I take 12.5 mg at once at one time, and
Yeah.
that is enough for me, honestly. And if I feel, and the effect wears off after 6 hours. So if I feel that, okay, 6 hours has gone now, okay, the effects have gone. So I think I need to take it again. I will take it, but I won't, and then I feel great because that's the doses that does not make me feel like zombie, like
Yeah.
it does not change my person. That particular dosage does not change my personality. Helps me focus, and yeah, if I take 25 mg, it lasts for like at least 18 hours. Okay, but it is it is a bad feeling. I don't like that feeling, like
Yeah.
18 like 20, 25 mg in my system. It makes me feel like zombie. It does. My personality changes. I become more enjoy. I don't enjoy I don't enjoy everything,
Mm.
and it makes me feel very sleepy. Like,
Yeah.
I would sleep all day once I've taken the medications. I realized that I need to lower my dosage. So I think that's the thing. Not many people know that you don't need such a high dosage. 25
I
mg.
agree. Yeah.
Like 12.5 mg is sufficient for me. And this guy who honestly did a very good job at explaining people what ADHD is and how it affects their lives. On TED Talks. He did a very amazing job, but I felt very bad the fact that he did not. He probably, I don't know his story, but the way he said it, probably he might not have figured out his right dosage, and and that's why he quit taking medication altogether. Okay, and he just and then he said because I have quit taking medication, I have to inculcate lots of coping strategies. And I was like, dude, like you don't need to try that hard if you figure out the right dosage. And this guy was giving TED Talk to millions of people. I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. Honestly, he did a very great job at explaining people what ADHD is and how it affects, and everybody applauded to him. And I also felt very impressed by what how he explained people. The only fact that probably not many people have figured out the right dosage, and that's why they feel that their lives is screwed over because they are they live at two extreme ends where they can't focus, and other end where they are a zombie like personality. They are not themselves. And I'm like, you don't need to live in those extremes. Come in the middle, and if you just figure out the right dosage for yourself, and your life would get better.
Yeah, that's a big part of it because most
That
people don't get it right, and it takes a long time
yes,
to really find the right combination.
yes,
I think
yes,
what you're doing is a good idea, even though your doctor is telling you one thing and you're kind of going against your doctor, which you shouldn't really. You're
yeah,
okay as far as you can tell, and they check up your health, I assume. They take your blood pressure to make sure you're healthy. A lot of people are very afraid of taking these stimulants because they think it's going to cause them heart
yes,
issues. They're very safe. It's not
yes,
enough to
yes,
kill you unless you've got real underlying issues.
yes, yes. My doctor did not check my blood pressure or anything. I mean, she just gave me medication and
No,
like, go on. No, she did not check my blood pressure. I'm not like, maybe I don't know. People do it different. Some people do it different.
do they not test
No,
you?
no, she did not check my blood pressure. Definitely. I don't know. I think it's just a security measure, like whether you can handle it or not.
Yeah,
Probably she did not feel that I need it because I mean I don't have any issues other than
you
ADHD.
feel okay.
So yeah.
Well,
So I mean I told her I don't have any other physical condition or anything.
yeah.
So probably that's why she did not.
A lot of doctors still aren't really that aware of how to treat it properly. They don't really understand it that well. I imagine, especially in
Yes.
India, as you say, because they're not as aware of it. Perhaps maybe that's the reason.
Probably. Most probably. Yeah. That's the reason.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that's what it is. So I did tell her the next visit that yes, I have started doing this, and she was like, don't split it in half, then reduce the dosage. But then I was like, no, no, 18 mg is also a lot for me, and there was no dosage in between.
Mm,
So I was like, no, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with cutting the medication in half and
yeah.
taking.
I think you've got to listen to
So
your body as well. I like
yes,
the idea of doing a split dose because I've never tried that. I've only had one pill a day.
uh,
And I agree that, having sometimes having that one pill a day, it lasts a long time, but it kind of takes
yeah,
away some of your personality. It makes you sort of zombie, and it makes you kind
yes,
of tired and fatigued. So I might consider that myself at some point.
yes, yes. Please, I mean, and please, I will message you on Insta, and please tell me how does it make you feel. And can I ask you what doses do you take and what medication do you take? Just out
Um,
of curiosity.
sure, yeah, I'm on something called Elvance,
Uh,
which is another. It's a different brand for Vyvanse. Um, I'm on
Vanish.
about 30 milligrams once a day.
Okay. Okay.
And when I first started it, it did make me feel really tired and irritable. But
Okay.
now, after a while, I think your body adapts, you get used to it, and I don't have anywhere near as much effect. So now it works nicely, and I don't feel the need to increase the dose because it's just enough. I think you're right in saying that
Okay.
you only need that little bit to increase the dopamine, but you don't want too much so that it completely
Yes.
changes your personality.
I'm happy with 12.5 mg at once, and when it wears off, I take another 12.5. I think
Mm.
some people just like their bodies probably are okay with higher dosage. So I think yeah, I mean
Yeah.
you said you're right. You're right when you said that like we have to listen to our bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true as well. Everyone is different, so it's all right for us to say, oh, you don't need a high dose. You can take it like twice a day instead of once. But everybody
Uh,
responds differently, so I think it's important for me, especially because my channel is about medications and it's quite a sensitive topic, so I've got to be careful about what I say because I'm not a scientist, so I'm just going about researching,
Yeah.
interviewing people like
Yes.
yourself, and gathering information and just saying, wait, this is what I'm finding, even though it might not
Yes.
be, truth, because I'm not a scientist, I can't prove any of it, but it's interesting just to talk about it, and if we can talk more about it, we'll raise more awareness.
You're right. You're right. You are the first person with ADHD that I know that I have
Yeah,
come in personally contact with. I'm the like before that I was the only one with ADHD that I knew. Now I know you. I have talked to you.
no,
I
you're
mean,
not
it
alone.
is such a different feeling. It's such a different feeling to talk about someone just like you on
Yeah,
same issue.
the internet
Yeah.
is amazing, isn't it? Brings us together.
Yes. And I
All right,
hope you exercise. Okay, exercise. Like my doctor, my doctor said, your exercise is half the medication.
it
Like,
is.
yeah, like take your medication, all right, but you also have to exercise to increase your focus.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, and a lot of people don't like exercise, but that's because they haven't
Yes,
figured out something to do that keeps them motivated and find something fun. So,
yes, yes,
but it really does work. It's free medication, basically. It increases the dopamine
yes,
naturally.
yes,
You don't
yes,
have to pay a penny for it.
yes, yes. So best of luck to you at just.
Uh, Thanks,
I
Ashay.
hope you find yes.
Okay, buddy. Thanks. All the best.
Hope you find success.
Best of
Chalo
luck to you,
then.
buddy. Bye.